Again, hello, Miss Matamora and Miss Sauce class. We're doing lesson 1 in module 5. And technically you're just counting the cubes here. Mr. Hallbecker showed you the video. You should have already watched the homework video. And we're just counting cubes. So right here, this is obviously just 1 cubic unit. This is a centimeter cube. They're very small. They're the tiny little white or brown cubes that you used in lower grades. So this would be 1 unit cubed, or 1 cubic unit. Or up here, because they told us that these are centimeter cubes, we could also write it as 1 centimeter cubed. Because technically it's 1 wide, 1 long by 1 wide by 1 tall. So technically if you use the volume equals length times width times height, that'd be 1 times 1 times 1, which would equal 1. On B, you just have to count the cubes, or you'd have to break it into two parts. So you have 1 cube, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't count all these faces because this right here, this cube, you see 3 of the faces. So this is still cube number 4 when I wrote it down, but you see 3 parts of the cube. So don't count the faces. Don't count all the little shapes that you see. Just count the cubes. So that would be 5 units cubed, or 5 centimeters cubed, or 5 units cubed. C, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 units, so it's 9 units cubed, or 9 centimeters cubed. Or if you did the length, which is 3, so remember volume is length times width times height. So volume would equal your length, which is 3. Your width right here, which is 1. So 3 times 1, that would be 3, because this bottom layer would only have 3 cubes in it. And then we know that it's 3 cubes high right here. So then we times it by the height, which is 3. So 3 times 1 is 3, times 3 would be 9 centimeters cubed. On D, we have these 4 cubes right here that you can see. So these 4 cubes you can definitely see. Then that means on this side, there's 1, 2, 3, and for this cube to be that high, there has to be a 4th cube that you can see part of right there. So this side has 4 right here. This side also has 4. So this other orange side has 4, because you can see 3 of them, and then that 4th one, you can see just part of it. And then this middle one right here is just 1 cube, but you notice right there, there's no cube behind it. So 4 plus 4 plus 1 would be, 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 1 would be 9 units cubed. And you just, I counted them. Right here, this is a shape that you could use the volume. And I know that we don't have to teach you this yet, but you guys are pretty much ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 3 across, it's 2 wide, and it's 2 high. So if you were counting base layers, this would be 3 across and another 3 across, because there's 2 of them. That would be 6. So if you did volume equals length times width times height, that would be length would be 3, width right here would be 2, that would equal 6, and then the height right here, how tall is it? It would be 2. So 6 times 2 would be 12 centimeters cubed, or 12 units cubed, because you counted up 6 cubes on the bottom and 6 cubes on the top. It's easy to see the 6 cubes on the top, you just can't see the ones on the bottoms that are behind these guys right here. Same here. If I were to highlight the top for you, to think of this as like your base layer, you can tell that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units across. So that would be 5 units across. And it'd be 2 units wide, or 2 units back. So that'd be 10 cubes on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 10 cubes on the top and 10 cubes on the bottom. So that means there's 2 layers. So this would be 10 cubes, and then the height is 2 layers. So it'd be 20 cubic centimeters, because they're each centimeters, or 20 units cubed, because there's just cubes there. And again, you could have just counted them. So that's page 1 of the problem set. Page 2 of the problem set is very similar to the homework that you guys have already done. These 4 cubic units are already drawn for you. If we were going to draw the 7 cubic units,